Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we're in the tundra of the Exiled Lands in map square E10, building a small manor house. The requirements for this build are on screen now. This build is mod free, and the design can work with pretty much any material palette, but I chose Stormglass, Aquilonian and Stable for contrast and comfort. So without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I started off with, of course, the base plate. I followed the blueprint shown a moment ago, creating a small base plate consisting of stable and stormglass ceilings held up by stable pillars. Once I'd built that, I then used the pillar trick, full guide for that in the video card in the top right, to build corner pillars around the build. These will help to frame and shape the design, and I'll later replace them with stormglass pillars. Finally, I covered the gaps with stormglass walls. Next, the ground floor. I used stormglass windows and cathedral window tops on the wedge sections, and stormglass walls on the straight sides, including a door at the front of the build and steps surrounding the porch area. Onto the first floor, I used stable ceilings to cover the top of the walls, leaving a 2x1 gap for the stairs near the backside. From there, I grabbed some more stable pillars and ran them up from the positions on the ground floor. I initially went 2 tiles high, but later dropped them back to 1 tile aside from the pillar over the porch. From there, I used window pieces to create a viewing platform over the porch, and then used Aquilonian walling to build up the first floor. I omitted the wedge sections and back 2x1s for a bit of visual difference, and built the walls 1 tile high. I added roof gables for a cross-gabled hip and valley design. From there, I used Numidian roof pieces to follow the flow of the gables, which resulted in a simple yet pretty effective roof design. I also used the same roof pieces to cap off the rear 2x1s using open gable designs, and half gazebo roofs over the wedge sections on the ground floor. I then finally replaced the pillars. Initially I was tempted to use Aquilonian, but eventually settled on Stormglass as I think they worked much better. I finally added awnings over the porch and added vaulted ceilings to the 2x1s inside the ground floor. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. This build utilises scarce lighting outside to make it pop just a little bit, and the windows emit a gentle golden hum from lighting inside. Entering the build, I've decorated it with a more roleplay centered design that suits a warm, cosy home with a slight edge to it due to the material palette and some of the more sorcerous decorative items. The ground floor includes a small kitchenette, a reading cubby, a dining area, and seating at the right side bay window looking out into the tundra. I've also tried to include some dense decorations like populated shelves, which help to make the build look a bit more lived in. Heading upstairs, we reach the bedroom. This is a fairly compact room, including a double bed, a well-stocked bedside table, some storage and even a bathroom. I used walls to separate a 2x1 for the bathroom, and I also removed the second doorway to the first floor viewing bay just to add a bit of streamlining. And there we have it, a small, comfortable manor house in the tundra of the Exiled Lands. Thank you for watching, and of course a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. I've got a couple of ideas for smaller builds like this, so you may see some more of them in the future, if you want to see those, of course. Again, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.